Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the penultimate race of this season, round 14 of the AOR Season 7 PC Split 1 Championship with Box Gaming. I am, of course, Justin.
And I'm Mikko.
And today we'll be racing at the Circuit of the Americas in my home state of Texas, in the good old US of A. And this was an interesting race for me because this marks my first AOR race using my left foot for braking. Some of you viewers and subscribers will probably already know this, and actually there's a video coming out tomorrow which also will be talking about it. So you guys may have heard this, figured it out already, but I'm used to braking with my right foot, as you would in a normal car. I'm not used to like go-karts, race cars. I'm not used to using my left foot for anything other than bracing myself when I'm driving and racing. So this is my first race using the left foot. Which is it's very strange. I have had a bit of a tough time. I'm not too far off the pace, but I've definitely lost some pace in the process. But I think in the end, ultimately, it should be faster.
And it should pay off in the long run.
Right, exactly. And I think I've kind of hit a brick wall with the right foot braking. And you don't want to do that as a racer, or if I'm gonna hit a brick wall, I want it to be at Alex Gillen level of speed. That's where I would like my brick wall to be, not where it currently was. So yeah, this will be a work in progress, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me. You will see me make more mistakes and stuff like that. It's just I'm still getting used to it. I'm still very awkward with it. I'm gonna see more lockups and that sort of thing. Also, neither of us really got much practice for this. Didn't you get an insanely small amount of practice for this race, actually?
I got like 3 laps in time trial. So unbelievable amount of practice. So.
yeah, 3 laps. Mine was a little bit more than that, but it still was not much. Nothing compared to what I've been doing in previous seasons. And currently, you're stuck behind me on your out lap, so I imagine you're going to be backing off in a minute here, or either that or I'm going to be letting you by. No, I don't think I'm going to let you by because there's a big gap up ahead of me. So I would prefer for you to find the gap rather than me, because I've got clear air up ahead. You do have a car behind, but they're a few seconds behind, so it looks like they're backing off a little. Yeah, they're all starting to back off a little, so it shouldn't be a problem.
By the way, did you steal the intro from Yorkie?
Did I? Yeah, if I did, it was subconscious. That is Yorkie's intro. It is. Now that you've mentioned it, yes, I did totally steal that from Yorkie. So sorry about that. That was unintentional. That just shows how many of your videos I watch there. So
hello, Yorkie, if you're watching.
Yeah, sorry about that, Matt. Okay, so we're going through Sector 1 and taking a lot of the curb through the S's, and I'm taking a little bit of a tighter line through that final part of the S, but it looks like you've finished it off a little bit better. Yeah, my line was a little awkward going through. I think that was turn 7 and 8 and 9. Something like that. So you had a little bit better run, so you are ahead at the moment, but not by too much. You can see I'm tentative on the turn-in at the hairpin there. That's part of the left foot braking thing. I'm not really good at applying the pressures accurately. That's my main problem right now. My left foot is not used to gently controlling a pedal. So I'm still getting used to that. Breaking down now as we finish Sector 2, started Sector 3. And still not too bad, actually. It looks like I've gained quite a bit of time back, possibly in the straight. Did you use all your curves on the DRS straight there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like that,
yeah. I wasn't sure if you used some like out of turn 1 or something like that. And again, taking a much tighter line through that long right-hand corner. I think that's turns 14, 15, 16, I want to say. I've been here, so you would expect me to know the track better. As we cross the line and actually not too far off, so your lack of practice and my left foot braking have just about equaled each other out. But you were over 4 tenths faster, over 5 tenths faster in the end. You were just behind Jem Bolukbasi, who is a Box subscriber and now a PC Split 1 driver for AOR. He was already in the PlayStation League, but F1 2013 came out from Mac, so he's able to play on computer now. and he just narrowly beat you there. And who got pole? That was Onage, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Onage gets pole. Here we are on the grid, just jumping straight into the action. I am starting from last place. No surprise there again because of the left foot braking. That's going to certainly be a little bit of a hindrance. We got 4 lights. We've got 5 lights. And we're away, and I am already in lean, interestingly enough. So I'm just prepared for any turn 1 incidents, and it looks like Dark Lord in the Force India. I do believe that's Dark Lord, yes. As we've had a little bit of a Turkish invasion of PC Split 1. Jem Bullock-Bassi, Dark Lord, and Furkan Özcan are all from Turkey, so a little bit of a Turkish invasion from them, and you can see I'm kind of sitting back, and a little bit of contact with chicane. Unfortunately, that's pushed me off the track, but that was a little bit opportunistic, trying around the outside in the middle of the S's, and you've had a little bit of contact of your own going through turn 9, I believe that was, and slotting in now behind Tremium with chicane very close behind. And it looks like Dark Lord actually, I think, had some contact with the barrier and possibly some severe damage as he retires from the race without even getting out of the S's. Going side by side now with Tremium, a little bit of a gap forming ahead of you guys behind Jem. And you've got the inside line, but if he can hang it around the outside, then he's going to have the inside line for the next corner, but he can't. And you're able to take that position already up into the points. And a little bit of a train going here. It looks like 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th. So everyone south of the podium is currently and wow, just a great run out of that corner and just took 2 places. I believe that was Furkan and Jem who were the victims there, and slotting in behind Gaston in the Caterham.
Yeah, what happened there is there was a little bit of a traffic jam. I think Gaston got a really bad exit, or Furkan got a really bad exit from the middle section, and then that just allowed me to carry that speed and avoided Jem and just passed 2 cars.
Did you use some curves there too as well, or was all your curves used up in the drag race with Tremium?
I think it was used up, yeah.
Well, almost got the position on Gaston there as he locked up into turn 1, and a little bit of lag issue there. Oh my gosh, yeah, I had a feeling that was about. Yeah, here I think it's about to happen again,
really
isn't
bad.
it? Is he about to just teleport up the road? No, that's actually him this time. So, very strange stuff happening ahead, and looks like some strange stuff happening behind as Jem has to look up the inside, more just to avoid hitting you than anything else. As you go into Rich and using all of your curves, it's only lap 2, so no DRS just yet. Looks like you're getting a little bit of a sniff of a slipstream as they're going 3 wide up ahead just about, as it looks like Gaston can't quite make it 3 wide. Breaking down now for the after the long straight here, and it is Fat First who is battling with, I do believe that's Granu in the McLaren. It is.
Yeah, Granu said that he somehow lost all his pace, all his, as I go really.
That was
cut
that
the
almost
corner
worked
a little
out.
bit, so yeah, but I had to let Gaston by because I cut
Gotcha.
the corner. Yeah. So Granu is really struggling on this first stint for some reason, and Gaston is glitching out again.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say he must have just had a really bad corner, but no, that's a glitch, and that seems to be affecting you and Jem behind as well, who's just trying to manage to not run into the back of you as Alex Gillen does the fastest lap of 139.5.
Yeah, that's the worst thing, because it's so unpredictable where his car will be. And it's not even his fault, so...
Yes, this is the problem that I had in Canada, which frustrated me to no end, to the point where I was screaming over TS. I did, it was a ways in. I didn't start screaming about it right away, but when it became apparent that it was impossible for me to get by him as a result of it, that's when I started complaining. But it looks like you might actually have the pace on Gaston. DRS is active now, but he's definitely got DRS on the Red Bull of Fat First up ahead. So you're going to need a good exit out of that hairpin, which you do get in using all your curves now, getting lots of slipstream. This is as close as you can be at these types of speeds, really. Whoa, and there we go. Finally, oh no, oh gosh, I was going to say, we finally get a glitch that's, favors you, but He glitched back like on top of you, ghosting inside of you, and then you went up the inside of Granu around the outside. A little bit of contact, but you are going to take that position. Oh, as you lock up though, he's going to take that position right back, isn't he? Nope, you got the better exit though. So especially with the inside line, that looks like job done up to P6,
Really
and not too far behind Fat First.
Yeah, really scruffy corner there. Locked up my inside wheel, but Granu didn't seem to get the switch back there, so managed to hold the position.
Yeah, you had a really nice exit out of the corner, which allowed you to hang on to that inside line for the double right apex there. Very high speed, and with the inside line especially, it's easy to grab it there. And got DRS actually on Fat First on the start-finish straight as we come down the hill into the S's here. And how are you finding the car in the S's? Where you, yeah, it looks like you're getting some pretty bad dirty air effect.
Yeah, just got the entry wrong to the first and second corner, so that messed up the whole section really. So I wasn't finding it too bad, but at this stage I was happy to be where I am, because it was just I had so little practice, so I was really amazed how far I was.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know that feeling. And it looks like there is just some insanity going on in the back here, and it looks like I am going to benefit from just about all of it. The only person not managing to fall into my clutches being Jem, really. Although Furkan is right alongside with DRS on Jem as well. It looks like we're going to be going 3 wide into this corner just about. I've got the outside line, though, which is actually where you want to be in this position. And, whoa, it looks like Gaston is conceding a position or having a problem or something. And now I'm in the middle of a Caterham sandwich, and I have dropped back all of the positions that I managed to gain in that hairpin.
That is just insane. You're literally blocked from every direction.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. No problems though. I didn't have any complaints. That's just kind of how the cookie crumbled, to steal a line from a Jim Carrey movie. That's just kind of how it happened. You know, I didn't feel like I was the victim of any sort of bullying or anything like that. It's just I'm really not sure what was going on with Furkan. That really seemed to be what caused all the confusion there, because it looked like he was almost conceding a position to somebody, and then all of a sudden, as Trebium's gone very wide, and so it looked like he was conceding a position and then got right back on the throttle. I don't know if maybe he had a problem with his wheel or something along those lines. Jumping back on board with you now, still behind Fat First, a little bit closer than you were previous laps though, only 5/10 separating you guys. Very tough getting on the power out of that corner.
Yeah, and I had 3 laps of time trial to get my setup right, so I'm just running the most basic setup that you can really have.
Right,
so
like 111 bars,
yeah,
111 some suspension, something like that.
Yeah, a little bit softer on the suspension, which
good choice.
Started to use. It's better on this middle section.
Absolutely, the curbs are very flat here. You know, you can take a lot of curbs on these, but you still want a little bit of a soft suspension, especially for coming out of the corners and that sort of thing. So good choice there, as it looks like Fat First got a little bit of understeer. I think that's turn 16. I really should just bring up a map.
I can't remember.
I think this one is 17 right here, because I remember 17, or it was catching people out a lot, and I think they were talking about it a lot in 2012, the first year, so I think that's 17. So I'm trying to work off that. But finishing lap 5, starter lap 6 now, as Fat First does pit from 5th place, which gives you a free position. And other people are pitting as well. Looks like a few cars into the pits. Chicane possibly. No, Chicane is the car that's directly behind me, who's moving up my inside now and doing a little bit of glitching and a little bit of locking, but I believe he has taken that position. Not a great exit, though, from him, but yeah, very difficult to try and hang it around the outside unless you're already side-by-side with someone out of turn 1. So that's pretty much, he's got that position on me. Currently in 9th, but still yet to pit. So I think I'm still in a net 12th, possibly 13th. I'm not sure. That was a little bit of oversteer.
I was thinking that this is pretty okay track to learn the left foot braking, because the first section isn't actually braking at all, and then there's only a few places that you go on full brake.
really sector 3 is where the left foot. I'm gonna try and remember right now. Yes,
The
yeah,
double left-hander.
yes, the double left-hander was very difficult for me with the left foot braking. So I was struggling a little bit there, but I was dead set on not using my right foot for braking. You know, I saw it as kind of like a handicap. So I'm just you know, I would have been faster, certainly more consistent, but I think I would have been a little bit faster. But I'm just dead set on getting used to using my left foot. So despite my performance, despite what's happening on the track, you know, even if I think using my right foot to brake might help me get past chicane here, I just am focused on only using my left foot to brake. So let's see, some people are pitting. Yeah, a few people are pitting up to 6th now at the moment.
P1.
Very nice. We both started on the options, correct?
Yeah.
I don't think we've talked at all about strategy for this race.
Didn't really have time.
No, I think it's option prime
Oh,
as I
that's
get a
a big
corner
cut.
cut there. Yeah, that was a big cut, unintentional there. Was it option prime? I want to say it was option prime.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh, that's a big cut. that was a big cut, and there's another one as well. That was not a good couple of corners, but I don't think I gained too much from that, and certainly lost it all in that lockup there. As Tremium and Chicane are having a serious coming together there. I'm wondering if Chicane is possibly having an issue. Oh, right. Yeah, it says lap 9 I'm going to be stopping, but that's actually incorrect. Somebody in this race hit start before everybody was ready, and Miko and I, we were talking about our strategy stuff when somebody pushed the button, and I actually didn't have enough time to actually tell the computer what I wanted to do. So I knew my strategy in my head, thankfully, and was able to just tell it what tires to go on and stuff, which this was good practice for that, actually. As I'm right up behind Chicane and Tremium, actually. So still looking fairly competitive with the left foot braking, although I think I would be certainly a little bit higher up if not for it. But pitting from the lead currently, Onage and Alex have already gone by, and I am pitting from 6th, going on to the prime tires, I believe we're both going on to the prime tires. Thankfully, we're far enough back that we could double stack. It was hardly a stack.
That was it's always a risk. Actually,
yeah, you never know with the Codemasters F1 games. As Granu does the fastest lap of the race, and I had a little bit of a delay in the pits, only about 1/10 of a second, 3.2 second stop. Nicely behind Chicane at the moment, though. And it looked like I had the ability to at least keep up with him, and it looks like I've actually passed Tremium in the pits, or I did right before the pits. I was right up behind him, but I think he might have just gotten held up in the pit stops, phase, and he's lost out. So I am currently in 12th with Tremium, not far behind, and not far behind Chicane as well. I think I might even get DRS on him this lap.
Yeah, and we are, of course, we started in 12th and 14th, so the options last fresh about 8 laps or 7 laps, like we did, and the prime tires last about 10 laps, or actually more. But the best grip is maybe about 10 laps. So
yeah, give or take. I'd say most people are running 9 to 11 laps on the primes, depending on what their strategy is and all that kind of stuff. It looks like Fat First's early pit stop has actually, he's run very wide there. That's actually allowed him to pull out a little bit of a gap on you. You are going to be on fresher tires than he is, though. So you do have the opportunity to catch up to him. It's 2.8 seconds currently to Fat First and the Red Bull up ahead. And he's very close to somebody. I want to say that's Granu in the McLaren. I can't quite tell. No, I don't think that's a McLaren. I think that might even be the other Red Bull.
Yeah. So in the lead it is Onage, then Alex, then it's I don't know exactly what position, but it's Raiden, Jack First, and Fat First.
Oh, okay, so the 2 Red Bulls and the... so that's that group of 3 that's just ahead of you that are filing into the hairpin right now. Yep, and it looks to me like Raiden is actually heading that group, currently in 3rd position.
Yeah, having a good race so far. It's looking like that. So
Chicane had a little bit of a hard time through those corners. That's going to put me right up behind him and definitely going to get DRS.
Yeah, of course, Chicane, he plays in the cockpit mode in this game, but on this track it is really hard to see some of the apexes, as I've understood.
Yeah, I imagine part of that is the flat curbs that I mentioned earlier. Actually, right there, the apex of that curb right there is a flat curb, so very difficult to spot the apexes. Oh, as I have a little bit of lockup, and that's gonna send me into chicane, so I'm kind of conceding this position now. And it looks like Tremium is gonna dive up my inside and take that position as well. And that's going to drop me down to 13th. No, actually, I am hanging it around the inside of Tremium here, but he's keeping with me, which means he's going to have the inside line. Nope, and I have taken that position right back with some handy defensive work there. And just behind Chicane, going to get DRS, gone a little bit wide through that corner, ever so slightly missed my apex, so that's actually going to prevent me from being able to pass Chicane. But I do have DRS at least, so I don't really have to worry about Tremium just yet. Oh, as I lock both wheels into the first corner, and that's part of the left foot braking. Because especially once I locked them, it was very difficult for me to adjust it so that they stopped locking to fix the under rotation. It was difficult for me to find that right spot to lift off at and stuff. So unfortunately, I lose that position to Tremium. A little bit of corner cut there and running wide. That's certainly not the fastest way through there. And I think I'm still within DRS, but there's no chance I'm going to be getting past him this lap, especially because he's going to be getting DRS on chicane.
It's looking like you have pretty similar pace with these guys as we switch to my perspective.
And you have caught Fat first, taking that 2.8 second gap down to 1.6 seconds, getting pretty close to DRS.
Yeah, and I was really trying to push away from Furkan, certainly away from his DRS. As I go really wide, I had really some trouble with that corner, because it's even from this T-cam, it's really, the apex is pretty blind as you're coming into the corner,
and very high speed.
Yeah, if you try to go on the outside curb, it really upsets the car, and even if you get the turning point right, then your car is a little bit, it's not completely flat, so
it gets unsettled.
Yeah, it's easily you can overshoot the corner or turn in too early.
Yeah, absolutely, especially when the tires are starting to get a little worn as well, or just even on the prime tires. As you are nicely behind Fat first, and it looks like you pretty much got the pass done even before DRS activation.
As we've skipped to lap 16 actually.
Yep, we skipped about 5 laps or so, and whoa, you've gone very deep in the corner, but so has Raiden as well. So even though you lose that position to Fat first, it looks like you're going to be taking the position right back from Raiden here. And actually, somebody's already pit. It's Alex. Alex has already pit.
Yeah.
So I think he's trying to undercut Onage.
Yeah, he might be, for sure. So let's see if any of these guys ahead of me are pitting. Yep,
and both of them are both Raiden and Fat first pit, and that's going to move you up into P3, I believe. Actually, that's going to move you up to P2 because it looks like Onage is pitting as well. And here he comes. Yeah, this should be interesting. You're going to have to hang it around the outside, because he is there. He's got the inside line, and he's got those fresh tires. They're a little cold at the moment, but he's going to have the inside line going into the entrance of the S's, so I imagine you're going to concede that position, and you do. And just going to follow nicely behind, maybe try and sneak DRS off of him, which would certainly be helpful in your quest to beat Raiden and Fat first, who just recently pit. So getting DRS off of Onage right here would be really nice. Maybe even...
There's Alex behind me.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you missed on DRS with Onage, and Alex is going to pass you even before the corner. It just dives on through and takes that position, but yep, and unfortunately you miss out on DRS, but you are nicely in Alex's slipstream here, so you are getting a little bit of a tow at least.
Yeah, now we're trying to do some good laps because those guys that pit early are doing good laps with their fresh tires, and it's not looking like, or I'm not sure if they're in traffic. There's a lot of cars on the main straight right now, so just trying to gap those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And coming to the end of lap 17, and are you going to be pitting this lap for new rubber? And it looks like you are.
Yeah.
Very difficult pit entrance. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
there's an invisible wall on the left too.
Yeah, some wings lost there. I think Ownage lost one of his end plates there.
Well, thankfully the
race.
pit entrance is the best place to lose a bit of your wing at least. But yeah, that always elongates the pit stop ever so slightly, as Alex does a 1:37 fastest lap. And it looks like you're going to be coming out behind Fat first and in 6th place position, and you got Tremium just behind, who I believe has not pit for a second time yet. So he really shouldn't be a threat.
Yeah. So it's looking pretty okay, and trying to catch those guys again as soon as my tires get up to temperature.
And that is the final pit stop of the race, so no more pits for Mikko.
And I've used some of my curves on the pit exit, and actually I've pretty much catched up to these guys.
Yeah, I'd say you're only a couple seconds behind, maybe two and some change.
They must be slowing each other down.
I think so.
This last sectors.
I think so. Up at the front, it looks like Alex and Onage are in pretty close proximity at the moment as well. I'm not sure who's in front, but yeah, you are just a couple of seconds and some change behind Fat First currently. And so, yeah, they are not taking normal racing lines here, so that is definitely going to help you. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that 2.1 seconds drop down to 1.5 or so as we cross the start-finish line and start lap 19. So Onage does a 36.6, very fast lap.
Yeah, that was a pretty good last sector for me, so you can visually see how close I really am.
Wow, 1.1 seconds I think you caught up just in that final sector there. Just narrowly missing DRS on that start-finish straight. And you got Granu behind now instead of Tremium. Granu, I imagine, is on the same pit strategy, so he could be a threat potentially. But it looks like, as you lost a couple of seconds through Sector 1, that dirty air, and hopefully you're just going to get a really good run through these couple of corners and be able to sneak DRS off of them. I'm surprised you actually didn't use some curves there to try and get DRS. I think you're still just outside of it.
Yeah, barely. And at this point, I think Renu has found his pace again. He was catching me a few tenths a lap.
As you do get DRS though, and you're going to save a little bit of curves even.
Probably for the exit of the last corner, so. Or from the double left-hander to get the good speed to the double apex right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's an unexpected passing location too. So sometimes you can catch someone off guard. Looks like you are going to use it through here. Just about all of it, saving just a little squirt for the start-finish straight.
Yeah, and to get that DRS again.
Yep. I imagine trying to get DRS because it was just over a second going through the Sector 3 split, starting Sector 3, and you do just narrowly miss out on DRS actually by about 2 tenths. And I am currently just behind Gaston Rivero, who seems to be not having a super great race. Even if he's an entire pit stop ahead of me, he's pretty far back from Alex and Onage, and he is a race winner this year. And I've got Jem behind me, Again, basically an entire pit stop ahead of me. Yeah, I decided last minute, I decided to just stretch out this prime tire stint that I was on, and decided that I was just going to go for the option tires for the final stint of this race and see what I could maybe do in the end and see if I can claw my way to some points. But considering Jem is only 2 seconds behind me and I've got a pit stop to make, it's not looking like points are really possible.
No, it's looking pretty bad for that. So, but if you look at the gaps in front, that's Alex and Onich at least. I'd say 10 seconds or more ahead of everybody else. So
yeah, I think more.
That's a big gap.
Yeah, that's a huge gap. And then I believe in the back there is Chicane and Tremium, who are still continuing that battle, and that's the battle that I will be rejoining when I pit this lap for my option tires. So just doing 8 laps on the final stint, as Jem is going to go around the outside here, and I imagine he's going to take that position with the fresh rubber, and he does. Look at that, just takes off and sneaks himself back up into the points. He did lose a little bit of time though, so I'm not sure what his chances are like for getting 9th. Or even 8th. They're not too far up the road. Oh, as we do have a car pitting up ahead though, so actually he's going to be moving up into 9th right now.
Well, let's see who that is. Can't really tell. Maybe we'll see.
Based on the distance down the pit lane, I'm thinking, yeah, I think that's Furkan in the Caterham. It is. That's Furkan in the Caterham, who's also not been having a super great race. He's usually up into the points at least. And we're going to... Oh, is that a little lag moment?
Yeah, looks like a little bit lag, but I don't know if that's recording on it. So.
I'm not... Yeah, I don't think that was... I think that I did actually have that little lag moment. As I am very aggressive over the curbs. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to gain that time back that I missed in the lag. And on this fresh rubber though, fresh options, and I do believe that Furkan up ahead is on the primes, but he's probably got a little bit better pace than me. As you have closed right up to the back of this battle, as you lose the car a little bit through the corner, a little bit of counter steer, a little drift through, looking a little bit more like F1 2014 than F1 2013, and very close behind Fat First, but I think that slide. No, you should get DRS very close behind him, and then he's got Ryden just in front of him, and I'm wondering if Ryden got DRS on Jack First, who's currently in 3rd, and I think he might have. Yep, I do believe he did, based on how little you guys are closing him down.
Looks like Granu has closed that gap down too, so he's
going
to be in my DRS soon.
Absolutely, yeah. He has brought himself into this battle for 3rd, really, is what this is. Everybody's a little spread out at this moment, but it doesn't take much to bring it back together. Yeah, Granu is within DRS range of you, and you are within DRS range of Fat First, and I do believe Fat First is within DRS range of Ryden, who is in DRS range of Jack First. So we've got a 5-car DRS train going in the closing stages of this race.
Everybody looks really evenly matched here. Nobody seems to be out of place here, so it's gonna be a good battle until the end.
Absolutely. Again, saving a little bit of curves for the end for Sector 3, and just narrowly missing the apex there, but still very nicely through. 7 100ths up on the previous lap, 8 tenths behind with Granu, 8 tenths behind as well. Every 10th you gain on Fat First, Granu just matches that 10th and catches that up to you. So, which would mean he's actually hit 2 tenths faster than Fat First, and that's just for one sector even. So, Granu has definitely brought himself into play, and it looks like Jack First might even be struggling. Ryden has closed that gap down ever so slightly. And Fat First as well has closed down on Ryden. I mean, you're exactly right. That is a very well matched fight there. Everybody just driving really, really well, not really making any mistakes. Small mistakes here and there, but again, just seems very even. Finishing lap 24, start lap 25. Your curves is broken, but you can still use it. as we've talked about in previous videos, and actually you're only 6/10 behind Fat First. Oh no, as you pull a Justin and just lock both fronts into turn 1, and that's going to let Granu into 6th place. And running down the hill now, you got some marbles on your tires as well. That's gonna be a little of a problem through this S section. Thankfully, the S's are gonna clean those tires off nice and quick for you, at least, as you're already a second and some change down on the previous lap. 4/10 behind Granu though, looking like you might be able to grab that 6th place position back. But I imagine that, after that mistake, you're probably not thinking that 3rd is looking likely.
No, and considering my preparation for this race, I'm perfectly content with 7th even, so if there's any chance to overtake, I'll of course do it, but we'll have to see if any opportunities will arise. Yep,
Granu has run a little wide there. I'm not sure what kind of strategy he's on. I don't know if he pit before you or after you. He is on the same tire type. Everybody's on the same tire type in this battle. Nobody's on the options. Everybody's on the primes in 3rd all the way down to at least 8th, I would imagine, Gaston. And you don't really have a threat from behind with Gaston. He's 6-7 seconds back currently. So you can kind of, you know, take some risks. You can gamble a little bit trying to catch up to Granu, and it looks like you are going to get DRS as you didn't quite use all your curves, unfortunately. And he's trying to get a slipstream off of the car ahead, but you very intelligently just stick to the racing line and just shorten that distance down to turn 1. 6/10 behind Granu currently. Gaston 5.9 seconds, so Gaston is catching you, but I don't think it's going to be fast enough to make a difference.
No, just 3 laps to go here. So actually, what happened in the first corner is that I was slow but steady trying to brake later and later. But there's this little point where the hill starts to climb more, and that's pretty much the place you want to brake. It's right around the 100-meter board, or just before.
Yeah.
So you really want to find that point, but anything beyond 100 is too late, at least for me.
Yeah, I think it does depend on what brake setup you're using and stuff like that. But yeah, no, that's pretty much dead on. It's actually the real life F1 drivers brake a lot later than you do in this game because of that whole uphill thing, and it's just putting extra weight on those front tires as they're going uphill. So I think they're braking like 70, 60, 50 meters even, really late going up that hill. As Granu's gone a little wide through there, but no, he keeps it flat at least. As we come to the end of 26, and we're going to start the penultimate lap, and you're right up behind Granu. But unless he makes a mistake, it's going to be difficult for you to get by.
They're really hard to follow, of course, in the first sector. So yeah, you can see that.
Yep. There's the lock.
A bit of a lockup.
Not too bad though. Only lost a couple of tenths through there, I would imagine. I think you're just about within DRS range still. If you could just manage to have a good S section here, good first sector. Gotta say, Granu looks really strong in the first sector. He's just nailing those every time through, and he was a little wide. Yeah, a little wide through there. Only 8 tenths back, so you are going to get DRS. As I have managed to catch up to Chicane. This is not a battle for points in any way whatsoever, as he either locked up or that's just a lag thing.
But say the distances are huge. I mean, the leader is already in the last sector as you're just starting the lap. That's an insane gap.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now, this is a pride thing for me, because I would like to legitimately be faster than someone using my left foot. So I would really like to not come in last place. I was fully mentally prepared for finishing in last place. Oh, it's like I get a little lock up through the corner there, but it does look like these option tires are holding up pretty well on the penultimate lap here. I'm definitely going to get DRS on Chicane, but he got a nice exit out of there, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get by here. Using all of my curves, even going down into lean, and he's going to stick it to the inside. But yeah, I'd really like to actually get by somebody using my left foot. So this is still a battle that I'm taking seriously, even though it's not for points. And it's actually quite a gap up ahead to Tremium. He did manage to pull out from Chicane. So really, this is my only chance of passing somebody all race.
Yeah, and soon to cross the line to start the last lap. So if you're gonna make a pass, it has to be soon, and you're looking. Oh, and it's just backing off for the last corner.
Yep, gonna go to Rich. Gonna get DRS. I think Chicane might have even saved some curves there, as he got a really good exit out of that final corner. And I am still in Rich, using that DRS as well, and managing to avoid locking up this time. Focusing
wide.
Yep, focusing very hard on just trying to brake in the right places and with the correct amount of pressure. And here we are behind Granu, who doesn't appear that he got DRS off of the Toro Rosso or Red Bull up ahead, who are currently going side by side into Sector 3. But you have caught up to Granu, actually. I'm not sure, maybe he stopped a lap earlier, because you were stopping pretty late on your stops, so he might be on lap older tires. Oh, it's just can't get the power down out of that hairpin. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to have enough time to get by him. You're very close if you can manage to nail this final corner. No, Granu nailed it as well. And breaking down for the final corner as Raiden has gone very wide right off the track, and he loses 3 positions in the final corner and takes 7th place. And here's Chicane and I having our little battle of hilarity in the back. I'm not sure what I think I talked a little bit with Chicane afterwards, but I don't know, maybe he just doesn't get along with this course. Oh, as I've had a lockup, and I believe I pushed Chicane wide from that lockup, which is why you're going to see me just relinquish the place. He did actually, afterwards, he did say that I didn't push him wide or anything like that, so I could have just continued on, but it's not like I was going to get points either way, so I figure I'll just take the last place position and just you know, grin and bear it. So
good for you.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish in last place, but that's my first ever F1 2013 race using my left foot. Very happy to even be on the lead lap, considering that I'm racing against people like Alex and Onage. So in the end, you know, just glad to be right there with everyone else. I think I was within a minute or so of Onage and Alex, so I think that means I was about 2 seconds a lap slower. Usually I'm about 1 second a lap slower than those guys. So in the end, it looks like Onage wins, right? Yeah, it looks like Onage celebrating. I have no idea what was going on up at the front because I was so far behind. So Onage wins it, Alex in 2nd place, and that's actually going to win the championship for him. Yeah, even if Onage wins in Brazil, that is championship over. So congratulations to Alex Gillen, Season 7 champion. Wow, just what an amazing season it's been between him and Onage. Really unfortunate that Onage disconnected in Korea there. Jack First is actually going to move up ahead of Granu, so he's going to make it Red Bull 3 and 4. Very, very great job from those guys all season long. Fat First comes home in 4th, Jack First in 3rd, Granu in 5th, and you got 6th, Raiden in 7th. And of course I got last. So, but again, you know, this is my season was pretty much over anyway, so this was about learning and stuff. In the Constructors Championship, it looks like no change. McLaren, I think, is starting to close us down a little bit, though. 17 points separating Sauber and McLaren. So in Brazil, that will probably be decided. That's going to do it for this video. Join us next time where we'll be in Brazil at Interlagos for the final race of the season. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we'll see you there.